The AI and Rationality course that we're teaching examines really the value of thinking about machines, complicated computer systems, as if they were rational. That is the way we think about humans. And so we think about humans, each other, as if we have beliefs about the world, as if we have desires, what we would like to have be true. And we think of a rational human as taking actions that will achieve their goals. And so in the class, we think about how can that be a helpful view for building AI systems? And we can think of it as a helpful view for talking about AI systems. We can also think about it potentially as inspiring an engineering approach to building such systems.
I think there's two places where philosophy really interacts with computing. One is about the nature of rational agency and what it is to have beliefs and desires and to be an autonomous, intelligent agent and have a mind. The other is ethics, where we're concerned about the social impacts of these technologies that are changing our world really quickly, and we want to think through how should we design systems to achieve good outcomes and avoid harms and risks.
And I think it's important when I work with students who study machine learning or robotics that they step back a bit and examine the assumptions that they're making. So often a technical field will just make a bunch of assumptions and not even state them, and everyone operates under assuming that they're true. But in many cases, they're not so warranted. And so thinking about things from a philosophical perspective helps people back up and understand better how to situate their work in the actual context.
I think I'm probably an unusual student in this course because I actually don't do AI or philosophy. I do cognitive science, so my main interests are in human intelligence. But a dominant paradigm in my field is to what extent are humans rational? And I think to really understand how to engage in that question, you sort of need to understand what it means to be rational. And I think philosophy and AI have ideas about the fundamentals of rationality, and machine learning algorithms are attempting to build intelligent agents to act rationally in the world. So I wanted to have that interdisciplinary perspective to understand my own field.
I think what surprised me the most about this course is that the math and the logic off of which all of this machine learning theory is based off of can lead to machines taking actions that seem irrational, right? We're kind of taught that math and logic are like this kind of golden standard or truth, right? It must be that if something is mathematically or logically consistent or correct, it must be rational. But this class showed us a variety of examples where at least humans don't behave in consistency with these mathematical and logical frameworks. So other choices of action seem more rational to us. And then we open this whole can of worms as to whether is it humans that are irrational? Is it the machine learning system that we designed irrational? Is it math and logic itself? And the different implications of different definitions of rationality.
When we're thinking about ethics and AI technologies, I think it's hard to give a sort of quick answer. And part of the reason is that AI is extremely broad. It goes well beyond the sort of ChatGPT paradigm of large language models with chatbots. It's in our cars. You use it when you use Google Maps, whenever we've got facial recognition technologies. And each of these technologies is going to raise very different issues. So if you're thinking about automated hiring tools to decide who to hire for a certain job, you might be concerned about bias against certain demographic groups. If you're thinking about facial recognition technology, you might be concerned about privacy and surveillance. If you're thinking about a ChatGPT sort of technology, you might be concerned that it doesn't spew out racist content or advise people in how to commit crimes. So each of these different technologies is going to raise a very different set of ethical considerations.
Given that the rate of progress in AI and related technologies, it's impossible to teach students what they're going to need to know 5 years from now at the basic level. So what we need to do is give them the tools at a higher level, the habits of mind, the ways of thinking, that will help them approach the stuff that we can't really anticipate right now.